Maybe studying feels like torture to you right now. You sit at your desk for hours, but you still can't focus, stay consistent, or enjoy studying at all. I used to feel the same way too. But I think one huge reason I managed to overcome that and eventually get 11 A's was because I found ways to make studying less overwhelming and exhausting for me. Let me tell you how. I had 11 subjects, which meant endless worksheets, tuition notes, PDFs, past year papers, and many other documents. And honestly, physical papers just kept multiplying infinitely. Everything was everywhere. So having everything organized inside one device just made life feel so much easier and less chaotic for me. The way I organized all my notes, worksheets, and past papers in my iPad is honestly just not possible with physical files. I always knew where everything was, which saved me so much time. And nowadays, almost everything is sent digitally anyway. Schools, tuition centers, teachers, like everyone sends soft copies through Google Classroom, WhatsApp, Teams, or Telegram. So instead of printing piles and piles of worksheets, I could just import everything directly into my iPad. As a science stream student taking maths and ag maths, I loved doing maths on my iPad. And what helped me the most was being able to compile all the hard questions and questions I got wrong into one place. We call this the error notes in Korea. I didn't need to rewrite the questions or cut papers out, glue things into books, or keep hundreds of loose worksheets anymore. I could literally just screenshot or copy and paste a question directly into my notes, which obviously saved me so much time and made my last-minute revision way more effective. Another thing that really motivated me while studying was the sense of achievement I got after making notes. Colorful notes genuinely made studying more enjoyable for me. I know some people think nice notes are unnecessary, but personally, they motivated me a lot. Colorful and neat notes on an iPad don't actually require that much extra effort, and you naturally feel like going back to revise them again, which I feel like is the whole point of making notes. If my notes were messy and all black and white only, I honestly don't think I would have wanted to read them again. I still remember this one time before my Sejarah mock exam. I barely revised Sejarah because I always thought it was one of those last-minute memory subjects. So 2 days before the mock, I randomly started making digital notes because Sejarah was just too boring to study. But somehow, I got obsessed. I ended up summarizing chapters from almost the entire Form 4 textbook into colorful one-page notes. And I wasn't blindly copying words down just for the sake of writing notes. I was actually trying to simplify and summarize every chapter into forms I could understand more easily. And somehow, it actually became fun. And of course, most importantly, I got a 97 for my mock exam. And I would definitely give 90% of the credit to my iPad. And for subjects like accounting too, my iPad was such a lifesaver. There were so many tiny amendments, crossings, adjustments, like rubbing, rewriting, drawing lines. I think accounting students would know exactly what I'm talking about. Doing everything digitally just made the process so much less frustrating. I didn't even need a ruler to draw lines anymore because somehow my freehand lines automatically became straight. For BM, memorizing peribahasas, vocabularies, and reading all those karangans became so convenient. I loved highlighting important penandawacanas, vocabularies, and interesting phrases using different colors on my iPad. And honestly, I hated highlighting over essays written with pen because it would smudge everything. And for memory-heavy subjects like biology or concept-heavy subjects like chemistry and physics, my iPad became the perfect doodling paper. Not everything needed perfect handwriting or neat structures. I often scribbled numbers and words repeatedly until they finally stayed inside my brain. I used to write processes, draw random arrows everywhere, summarize chapters like really messily, and erase things over and over again. And because it was digital, I could erase everything anytime without leaving ugly residues or eraser bits everywhere. And for Chinese, I seriously don't know how I would have memorized all my Chinese poems and essays without my iPad. Besides academics, I also used my iPad for quick planning and to-do lists. There are so many planner templates nowadays for weekly schedules, monthly planning, study tracking, and so much more. I still prefer having a physical diary or planner for personal things, but digital templates helped me a lot whenever I needed to quickly organize classes, plan events, or write things down when my physical planner wasn't with me. My iPad slowly became more than just a study device. I journal a lot on here too. Sometimes it's just random thoughts, feelings, like late night ideas, prayers, or sudden inspirations. And I really love zooming in while journaling because it feels like I have infinite space to write in a single page. And lastly, one thing I really treasure are all the random doodles and scribbles my friends left on my iPad over the years. Looking through them now honestly feels like looking through memories. So as I look back, my iPad really carried me through such a huge part of my high school. It's not that it magically made me smart, but it made studying feel so much more manageable, motivating, and sustainable during some of the most stressful years of my life.